Hello everyone, and welcome to Tabletop, the channel dedicated to all things trading cards and board games. This show and the following content was made possible thanks to viewers like you who supported us through buying singles and products from our website, www.tabletop.ie, or our card market account. If you want to show your support in other ways, then please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get on to the episode. Welcome back, Team Tabletop, to our brand new setup that I have arranged so that it looks pretty nice, and I can bring you guys daily content. Nowadays, thanks to this, we're going to be playing a lot more Magic Arena than we are Yu-Gi-Oh! But I just wanted to finish this series off first of all. And you know what? We started with Yu-Gi-Oh! We got famous with Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of, and even though I'm still going to be doing what I always do, I feel like it's only right that the first video of this studio is going to be the one where I explain to you one of the archetypes that has eluded us for a little bit. You guys would have noticed like 2 weeks ago, or a month ago before the new year, I was doing a video series on the Drytons and the, what was it? Twin Evils, yes. And today I'm going to bring you the last of the archetypes that came with the Genesis Impact. And the one we're going to be playing is actually the Magistrus. And my god, it's just one fun. So, how does Magistrus work? So the Magistrus archetype works through equipment cards. So normally equipment cards are usually trap cards, magic cards, what have you. However, the Magistrus archetype is a little bit different because all the equipment cards are going to be inside your extra zone, either as link monsters, synchro monsters, or fusion monsters. And while there are ways to summon these cards out straight right, the main thing you want to do is use them as equipment or to gain card advantage throughout the game. Because Crawley allows you to summon himself onto the battlefield if you sack a creature on the battlefield or you discard a card from your hand as a Magistrus creature. Zoroa, I think, is a little bit underappreciated currently, because I really like the synergy that he has going with some of the other cards inside this deck. So how he works is that he's a tuner monster, first of all, so you can use him for synchro summoning, but you can also activate his effect. His effects allows you to choose one monster on the battlefield that is a Magistrus number, that is a Magistrus monster, and equip it with a card from the extra deck. And when you equip Zoroa himself, he lets you special summon one card from your hand and or graveyard. That is also a Magistrus monster. This means that you'll have two materials ready to synchro summon as soon as he equips one. And the equipment inside this deck is a little bit... Yeah, we'll go through it in a little bit, but I'll just explain to you the one that's the key card. Magistrus, Maiden, Artemis. Artemis is insanely good for a Link 1 monster. If you equip her straight off attached to any of these monsters at all, then she'll be able to seek one card from your deck that is a Magistrus monster, and you'll put it into your hand, which I think is amazing. You can also link summon her, but you wouldn't really want to. But if she's on the battlefield and you summon a Magistrus monster, then you can just equip her to the Magistrus monster. And the best thing about the Artemis is that it doesn't have to be equipped to a Magistrus monster in order to proc, which is really surprising. This means that when you summon your Zoroa, and you summon your second fodder, maybe the Magistrus of Mastery, and you put in the Artemis, you activate the Artemis, grab a card from your deck, you summon Barrelload Savage Dragon, and when Barrelload Savage Dragon activates, you grab your two fodder there, Barrelload goes into the battlefield, you choose Artemis from your graveyard, equip it to the Barrelload Savage Dragon, and already you have one barrel counter, and then you also have an ability of the Magistrus Artemis, because she works regardless next turn as well. So you're given one turn of immunity, or one chance of immunity, along with an Artemis activation, which I think is insane. The next cards that we're going to be having here is the Magistrus of Mastery, and he's not terrible, but he's not great either. He does the same thing as the Zoroa. However, he doesn't let you summon extra cards from your deck, but he will let you trash a card from your side of the field in order to grab a card from your deck, or just to draw one, which can be helpful in situations. One thing that I wasn't too happy about was that Alistair the Invoker works extremely well inside this deck, but he wasn't included inside Genesis Impact, which I found was very surprising. Instead, what we got was the Alistair, the Invoker of Madness, which is a Link monster, which does kind of the same thing, except it's much worse. It only activates when it dies, but as long as it's on the field, it's treated as an Alistair the Invoker, but you want to summon Alistair the Invoker anyway, because he just gives you so much more, and you don't have to link 2 in order to get to them. And once Alistair the Meltdown Invoker dies, you get something called the Book of Law, which is another card from Genesis Impact that I'm not too fond of. So you'll see me doing a little bit of alterations here. I try to keep tuned to the spirit of the game as much as possible, of the archetype. However, these cards are just so bad that I just can't justify using them. What I have next is Rayola, the Master of Veer. She just lets you find a spell or trap card from your deck as a Magistrus card, which is, oh my god. Let's go to the magic and trap cards. They are pretty good supports. We have the Magistrus Vitra, which allows you to equip one of the creatures on your field with a Magistrus monster. Amazing, easy to do, fantastic. Wait, no, this one lets you special summon a Magistrus monster from your graveyard. Yes, the one that lets you equip is this one, the Magistrus Theologia. Basically, it's a quick spells play. If your opponent is attacking, you're going to find out, you know what, I really don't want you to be attacking this, and I might as well get some more counter advantage from it. And you can summon one of your extra monsters here. And I might as well explain the rest of them here. There's also the Magistrus Divinity Dragon, which allows you to destroy a card before battle commences, so if you have lower attack points than a monster, it just straight out dies, if you wanted to. And it also has another thing, if you synchro summon cards destroy, you can destroy all face-up cards your opponents control, which is handy in situations, but you have to synchro summon it first. And I think if you're going to be using Zoroa, they really want you to use the Magistrus Divinity Dragon. However, I personally prefer the Barrel-Load Savage Dragon because it works a little bit better. And you can always equip the Magistrus Divinity Dragon for the effect of destruction if you want to. There's also going to be a couple of Invoke cards from the Alistair deck. Magistrus St. Awaz allows you to, take control of your opponent's monster if you fusion summon it. However, if you just equip it, what it allows you to do is gain extra 1000 attack points, which is helpful in some situations. You have I put in one AE Zeus here because you never know if you're going to be summoning Ninaruru. And Ninaruru is a bit weird because how she works is that when she's equipped to something, you can target a card from your side of the field, which is a magical trap card, and destroy one magical trap card they control, which works in combinations if you already have your Artemis out, because there's no need for 2 Artemises. The effect can only be used once per turn. And after you have 1 Artemis on the battlefield, you might as well use Ninmaru to clear out your opponent's side of the field. Other cards that will help us get to our endgame would be the Trismegistus, which is amazing. This is a really good continuous trap card. So during your main phase, it allows you to special summon 1 extra spellcaster card from your hand onto the battlefield. So your Magistrus monsters are basically there. However, you can also trash it in order to summon all the cards from your hand onto the field that are Magistrus, which you're not going to be using as much. And when it's on the battlefield, it gives a passive effect. All equipped monsters require 1 extra damage, 1 extra battle in order to die. So let's say Artemis is equipped to a Magistrus monster like Zoroa. Zoroa can take 1 hit, and then we'll lose the life points clearly, but he'll stay alive, giving us a little bit more staying power in order to summon some of our other stronger end game enders. We have the Magical Meltdown to grab ourselves an Alistair the Invoker, the Ash Blossoms to prevent the opponent from doing any shenanigans. We have Invocation, which works well with the Alistair. We have Super Problemization to get rid of their Ash Blossoms, because chances are we're going to be going against a lot of hand hate here. We also have Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 copy of just to clear out the board. Upstart Goblin, no reason not to run it. We also have Magical Fusion, which is a card that we got from, I think it was also for Genesis Impact. And the reason why we only include 1 of these is that we can banish the cards from our field or graveyard, which I think is pretty neat, but it's not a quick effect like Super Polymerization is, so it won't be as useful. Plus Invocation just kind of works a little bit better because we can use it to get back an Alistair, giving us more field advantage. But I've ranted on long enough about how this deck works. I'm going to show you guys exactly how it plays out. So let's go into our first game. Okay, we are currently on the play. Let's see how this happens. We actually got a pretty decent hand, in all fairness. We'll activate the Magical Meltdown. Magical Meltdown allows us to find 1 Alistair. And 1 Alistair, yes. And I want to Ash Blossom my own Alistair, or Magical Meltdown. From here, we're going to use Zoroa. Boom. Equip the Zoroa with the Artemis. And once the Artemis is on the battlefield, It procs the Zoroa because of his second effect, which when he is equipped, allows us to find a card. Well, allows us to special summon a card. I'm going to pick the Crawley, but when they're special summoned, their effects are negated, so you want to watch out for that. So Artemis is going to happen now, and while Artemis happens, we're going to find another Zoroa monster from our deck and put it into our hand. From here, we're going to like synchro summon a Savage Dragon. As Savage Dragon is synchro summoned, we activate his effect, grab ourselves a nice Artemis, powering up our Ting, giving us a counter. Crawley we can summon again by discarding a card from our hand, but I think we're just going to end it there. We have one Omni Negate, we have an Ash Blossom, so we're inside a pretty good state, all things considered. So just summon one lower. Do I want to stop that? Yes. Reinforcements from the warrior. Okay. Goblin Blood. Foolish Barrier. Charge of the Light Brigade. Okay. When the Storm summon, you can special summon one other card. We're just gonna nip this in the bud now. Opponent has no other ways of special summoning cards, so we want to stop him during midway through his combo. Like a very awkward state. Got an Ash Blossom, that's perfect. Activate the Artemis. Artemis activate allows us to find Madame Veer, and the reason why I want Madame Veer is because I want a Magistrus. And I'll show you what that means. Activating Magistrus here. When that's activated, I'll set this. Activate the ability to prevent destruction, putting one card from our hand into the battlefield. That is a spellcaster monster. Zoroa sounds to be good, but I don't think he's the play to make. Or he could be, because the effect is negated if we summon him. So we can have a second barrel load out. So, here we go. Activate Zoroa. Equip it to himself. We will equip a... Usually I want to use Ninmaru in this state because it allows us to destroy a card from their side of the field. Doesn't matter too much now though. Grab ourselves a second barrel load. Activate that. And we... Oh, crap. Oh, that was dumb. That's so dumb. I should have sacrificed the Veer because then we would have gotten... No. I should have equipped another Artemis. That was the plan. Damn it. Now we don't have a spell counter. Oh well. Mistakes were made during this day. And allow me to tell you something else. When you have cards like the graveyard as a Magistrus deck, normal monsters like Crawley will allow you to banish them, and then choose a Magistrus monster on your side of the field, allowing you to equip a card onto there. Now Rinmaru is a little bit special because when it's equipped to a monster, you can target one card in your spell trap zone and destroy one card in theirs if you choose to destroy them both. There's another card that allows you to attack twice. I can't remember which one it was though. At any rate, we're going to try this. I think we have enough to finish this anyway. Discard the Evoker, no, Alistair, summon the Crawley, and with the Crawley, we should be able to deal... I think this is... No, we're still short a little bit of damage. Like 400, I believe. But let's see if the opponent can respond to this. I am really mad because if we just equipped the Artemis with the Savage Dragon, we would have had an extra 400 attack points, which would have been enough to finish them off. Ah. Mistakes were made during this day. But it doesn't matter too much. Because we are going to win this. There we go. And GG's. I wonder if we're going first or second. Second, okay. Opponent plays Terraforming Expanse. We're gonna stop that. because we do have 2 Ash Blossoms. Oh, every time we special summon, he draws a card. Can we negate that? Send a card from the deck to the graveyard, special summon. Yeah, not great. Not great for us at all. No to that. We're gonna use Upstart Goblin. Don't do anything there. I want to use the Crawley to get our combo going. However, I don't want them drawing more cards, so I think it might actually be better for us to wait a turn. What I can do is summon our Crawley, just 1. We activate the Duology, which allows us to equip a card to the Crawley. We'll pick the Artemis. The Artemis will let us find 1 card from our deck and put it into our hand. I'm not too sure which one to do though. Another Zorua would always be good, but Triz Magistrus is also very nice if we get the Man of Veer. So, judgment call between these 2. What do I really need? I think 2 Savage Loads are a lot better in the long term. Proceed to battle, attack, no response, and we are going to end our turn there. We do have an Ash Blossom, not quite the perfect Omni Negate, but we'll see. Reinforcements, yeah, prevent you from doing that. He ends your turn. Alright. Activate the Magical Meltdown. Grab our card, just so we can tin down our deck a little bit more and prevent our polymerizations or fusion spells from being activated. I mean, being countered. Zorua then activates. Gonna choose himself. Oh! Phantom Knight Fogblade. You know, usually that would have been pretty bad. However, in this case, it doesn't matter too much. It just sets us back 1 monster. Put this down here, activate the effective Barrel Load Savage Dragon, grab ourselves an Artemis, getting 400 attack points. And with those 400 attack points, we're going to attack them directly. However, before that, any of that happens, we're going to find a Madame Beer. We could use Invocation to summon another monster. What do we have inside the field? We have a Dark Fire. Dark and Fire. What's the fire one for this one? I think it's this one. The Purgator. Purgator doesn't do much, but there's no reason not to have him, if that makes sense. Oh wow, would you look at that? Someone who runs Ghost Spell on Haunted Mansion. Are you proud of yourself? You happy? Okay. Grab one of these. Grab one of these. Move on to attack position. Attack. And attack. And we basically won now. Omni Negate. Steal and Creature. It's over. It's game. That's it. That's all they got. You spend 1 machine monster from your deck to your graveyard. Once per turn, you can shuffle 2. Okay, we don't want to do that just yet. Shuffle 2 level arcs from your graveyard into your deck and draw 1. No. Not yet. Okay. From your hand or deck in defense position, but cannot activate its effect this turn. During your opponent's main phase of battle, you can banish this card you control, special summon 1 tuner monster. Okay. No, I'd rather not happen. We're just gonna steal his monster. He still summons his level 3, clearly, but it doesn't really matter anymore. The thing is that this one would have activated during our turn as well, which allows him to get more cannon fodder, which is what we don't want happen. So, aha! Attack with the barrel load, and surprise! Killed by your own creature. There we go. We are currently on the play. I have no idea what the opponent is playing, but I do know that it's going to be a pain in my ass. Starts off with a Maxi. We're going to grab our Alistair. We're going to summon our Endyma. Equip 1 card to him. Don't really want to chain anything currently. Grab the Artemis. Activate the Artemis. Grab ourselves a Zoroa, I believe. From here, I don't think we need to do anything else. Because anything else will give him more priority. Not that we can summon anything anyway, because we don't have a Magistrus. Alright. Let's say go. What are you... Oh, Salamand Great deck. I love Salamand Great. It's a little bit oh my god, are you kidding me? No. Are you kidding me? Each time your opponent special summons a card, a monster, you may draw one card immediately. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to activate the Master Endymion. Equip it to himself. What we're going to find is Ninraru. With Ninraru on the battlefield, what we're going to do is target Ninraru herself and destroy one of these face downs. Don't think there's anything else we need there. Solemn Judgment would have been terrible. Alright. Alrighty. Activate the Magistrus. No. Activate the Zoroa. Activate this. Give ourselves... I could equip a Ninraru, but we already activated it once this turn, and the effect can only be stacked once per turn. I think an Artemis would be ideal. I don't want to special summon with it. Activate one of these Artemis. Find Madame Veer. Just to even things out. Opponent is a little bit weak currently. What we can do is use Magistrus Tuology, giving ourselves an extra 1000 attack points, which we might need, but let's see how this goes first of all. Attack directly. What you got? What you got for me? Nothing. A load of nothing. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Proceed to main phase 2. Set this because you never know if you're going to need it. I don't want to special summon anything currently. The opponent is running on... It's running out of gas. So, there's no reason for us to do this just now. Right, no. No, I got nothing. I don't want to do anything. Go on ahead. Oh my god. Opponent's going to attack. We're going to respond. Actually, we don't need to respond because Magistrus gives us immunity once per battle phase. So go ahead. Activate a card. Do I want to activate a card? No, I do not. Alright, so the opponent isn't getting anything else from us. Summon Roar, that's fine. Don't need that anyway. What is the play to make here? What is your face down card? Activate the Zoroark. Ooh, infinite impermanence, really? Okay. Alright, we can still activate the Artemis over here because since it was set down, we can't use anything in this line. Finding ourselves a Zoroark. And I think this would be more than enough to finish the opponent off. We can activate the effects over here, but what's going to happen is we're going to summon our... No. The play to make would be to activate Magistrus. Now, grab the Madame Veer. And when the Madame Veer is on the battlefield, we're going to activate her effect, grabbing one card. Card we're going to find is Magistrus Virtua. From here, what we're gonna want to do, special summon our Barrowload Savage Dragon. With the Barrowload on the battlefield. Just gonna equip him with the Magistrus Artemis. From here, what would the play be? I could steal a Salaman Great, but I don't think that's overly necessary. Summon a Zoroa normally. Oh crap! I could have picked any other position. Any other position, and I would have been fine. Ah, screw it. You only live once. Alright. Field or graveyard? What do I have in my grave? I have one Alistair in hand, fire monster over here, so it does make sense to play Magical Fusion. No, you were meant to use Invocation. So many misplays here, but it's fine. Opponent has one Crawl. Is it a Crawly? Not a Crawly. It's a stupid feather here. A Fowl. A Fowl. F-O-W-L. Inside their hand. What you got for me? What you got for me? None. That's what you got. Ooh. Activate Artemis. Grab ourselves a very nice Crawly. Magistrus, Crawly. If it's a Mirror Force, I'd be very sad. Let's do this. Activate the Invoker. Infinite Impermanence triggers. Targeting. Just fine. Activate Magistrus. Summon the Crawly onto the battlefield, like so. And from here, I think that is game. Attack Barrowload number 1. And that's game. GG's. Too good. I'm too good. We've been on the play for a little bit now, so I'm just going to put us on the draw. Let's see what happens. Opponent puts down one face down. Oh god, the game's over. We lost. GG's. Zoroa. Activate. Equip. Artemis. Activate the Zoroa. Finding ourselves a Crawly. Not using the Madame Veer, because when we use the Madame Veer, her effect will be negated when it goes on the battlefield, which we don't want. Activate the Artemis. Artemis is going to use... How rude! How dare they use that against me? Alright. Whoops. Wrong one. Alright. Here we go. These two. Put one over here. Grab ourselves a Barrowload Savage Dragon, activate the ability, equip the Artemis, so now we can use the Artemis next turn regardless. What I want to do now is set Super Polarization just in case we need it. And proceed to battle phase, attack. Opponent will just take the damage and we'll end our turn there. If opponent is able to somehow... They're going to have to come back from this a little bit. It's really hard to do this. Draw 2 cards and skip your next 2 draw steps. Do I want to waste an Omni Negate on that? Yes, drawing 2 cards, because there won't be 2 more turns. But it ends the turn there. Okay. Activate the Artemis first of all, grab ourselves a Zoroa. Once Zoroa is on the battlefield, we activate this. Grab him over here, and the thing about this is... I could activate the Artemis if I want an Omni Negate, but I think what I really want right now is just to destroy his face down, otherwise he has some way of bringing him back or whatever. Crawly's in the graveyard, so we can just summon here. Summoning from the graveyard means you don't waste resources. Activate the Nimbaru. The Nimbaru will now target itself, and will target 1 card near the battlefield. Which I cannot stop. I cannot stop that. Oh, wait, I can. Wait, no, I can't. I can respond to it. Doesn't do much now. Oh, God. Okay. No. No, I can't cancel it. It's sad. Because we did the same thing again. We don't have a second Artemis. Which is fine. We'll deal 6,400, which is more than enough to kill him anyway. And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. This episode, and all others like it, was made possible thanks to the support of everyone on this list. Truly, I wouldn't be here without them, and you have my deepest gratitude. Thank you so much.